back to my channel and to a full day of eating. This is just pretty much going to be a glorified cooking video. I'm going to be cooking throughout the day, breakfast, lunch, supper, snacks, giving you guys all the details, all the recipes. My family has some really weird eating habits or like eating methods that I will address as we go about our day. I am a Mennonite mom of a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So that kind of reflects a little bit what we eat, but I eat pretty much what my kids do, so they pretty much have to eat what I do, if that makes sense. We kind of compromise on some things. And also I am 9 months pregnant currently too, so that plays a little bit into my appetite and what I'm craving, things like that. So welcome to today's video and welcome to my kitchen. Let's get today going. So it is 9:38 and so far I haven't eaten anything. I have been drinking. I always keep water with me by my bed and then I refill it again in the morning. And I just try to drink as many of these as I can throughout the day, at least 3, hopefully more. And yeah, the kids have already had their milk. I wake them up every morning with a cup of milk and that's how they get their day started. And usually they are not hungry for breakfast for a while. If we're not going away, I usually wait and we eat around 9:30, 10 o'clock. I had some issues I was trying to deal with on the back end of YouTube here this morning, so we're kind of getting our morning off to a little bit of a late start, which is fine. Which I'm gonna be making egg muffin melts, which I've already prepared the hard-boiled egg. My kids love to help with the hard-boiled egg process. And the way that I make my hard-boiled eggs is I just cover a bunch of eggs in water, put them on the stove and turn it on high. As soon as it's boiling, I will take them off the burner and set the timer for 20 minutes. And then they just sit there in that hot water and cook the whole way through. And then to stop the cooking process, you just put them in a bowl of ice water until they cool down. And then my kids usually take over from here and peel them for me. And then today, of course, they saw me slicing them both directions and they thought it looked so fun. So I let them do it themselves, even though it was quite the messy process. Also, this was done the day beforehand, so I am all about the meal prepping. Also, if you're looking for a quick trick for making bacon, the baking process, the baking of bacon process a little less messy, definitely use your oven. I just line a baking sheet with tin foil and then put the bacon on in a single layer and pop it in the oven, usually at 350 for 15-20 minutes. I just kind of watch it and you can make it as crispy or as floppy as you like. But yeah, I rarely ever make bacon on the stovetop anymore. It's just, I'm a messy cook and it just splatters. And yeah, try the oven, guys. It's so easy. I love this recipe because you can make it ahead of time. And if you're new to my channel, we eat the same thing for breakfast about all week long. I like to make a big batch of pancakes or a casserole or something and we just eat it all week. And that's what we're gonna kind of do here. So I'm just making the goop portion here right now, which is bacon, eggs, some mustard, Worcestershire sauce, mayo, cheese, and you just put this all in an English muffin and toast it in the oven. And we love these. You can find all different recipe versions online. I'm using Ree Drummond's version, so I will link it below. But yeah, I absolutely love these. The kids like them too, so that's very helpful. These are a great thing to do actually in your toaster oven, but I'm actually gonna do it in the big oven because I need to heat up the oven anyway for some canning I'm gonna be doing today. So yeah, and you can see I'm really scientific with my measuring. A cup of cheese. Very, very yummy recipe. Let's get this in the oven. And then I always use my absolute favorite spice blend for my eggs. It is just salt and pepper, paprika, celery salt, and seasoned salt. And I just mix it all together and I have it in an old paprika bottle here. But it works and it's so delicious and it adds just like a little pop. You could top this with parsley or something too if you wanted. so the egg muffins are in the oven, and I just got out my meat for this evening so it can thaw. And I'm now going to take my prenatals, which I use Ritual, and if you guys are looking for a good prenatal or postnatal, I just actually placed an order for their postnatal ones now, because very soon I will need those instead of the prenatals. Anyway, if you're looking for a really good solid multivitamin or prenatal, definitely look into Ritual. They are working with me on today's video, which I'm so thankful for. Ritual is a subscription vitamin service that comes straight to your door, so I don't have to be thinking about it every month, which is super, super handy and nice. And I am taking these on an empty stomach, actually, which you can do whatever you want. Anyway, yeah, I just throw them down the hatch, both of them. They're really easy to swallow, and I really appreciate that they go the extra mile by putting a little citrus tab in each bottle. So if you are experiencing morning sickness or anything, you don't have to smell nasty vitamins. It's a very pleasant experience taking their vitamins. And another thing I love about them is how transparent they are with where they source their ingredients. They have multivitamins for men and women, 50 plus, prenatal, postnatal, and teens. Their prenatals contain important ingredients such as D3s and omega-3s. They use 100% recycled materials, and their mailers are made from recycled newsprint and plant fibers. And they even use plant-based ink. And they also just launched an essential protein range if you're interested in that. Their vitamins are vegan-friendly, non-GMO, gluten-free, allergen-free, and they contain no added sugar, so that's good. Since they have a delayed release capsule, it helps your nutrients get where they belong without having to be digested too soon. And so yeah, that also means you can take them on an empty stomach. So highly recommend checking them out if you are looking for a good prenatal that you can feel good about, or just any multivitamin, no matter what stage of life you're in. I have a code for you right now. You'll get 10% off your first 3 months when you use my code at checkout. And yeah, I hope you love them. I know a lot of you take them already, but those of you who have not heard about them, definitely give them a look. I'm so glad I have vitamins that I can feel confident about. And thank you, Ritual, for sponsoring this video. Okay, breakfast is ready. They look so good, nice and melty and gooey. And the kids are just having ice water. We don't really do juices around here too much. Once in a while, I'll make like homemade grape juice or something for fun. And like we love lemonade and that kind of thing, but it doesn't happen super often. We have water with our meals, and yeah, my kids drink a lot of water, and I still tend to give them sippy cups. I know it's kind of like they're pretty big for that, but then they can take them around the house and I don't have to worry about them leaking. Most of their water bottles I feel tend to leak over time, whereas these sippy cups, the seals last forever. I will link them below. They're my absolute favorite. They come in a million colors, and you can find something that you'll love. Are you gonna wear your princess dress for breakfast? No. Yeah. No. Yes, I'll give you your vitamins then. Okay, do you want them cut up like pizzas? Yeah. Mmm, they are so yummy. It's white eggs and cheese and bacon. I climbed up on myself. Yeah, almost. Well, I had to help you a little bit. God is great and God is good. Thank you for our yummy food. In Jesus' name, amen. And these make great leftovers. I'm just gonna pop them back in here. And then either, you could do the microwave, they get a little floppy that way. I'll probably pop them back in the toaster oven just to crisp up the bread. But yeah, super easy and yummy breakfast. And most importantly, it's make ahead. Okay, I came out in the laundry to talk to y'all because they're listening to an audiobook in there and it's really loud. But full disclosure, Evonnie loved it. She wolfed it right down, but Fletcher had to like coax him to eat the last 3 bites. Maybe he wasn't that hungry after his milk, I don't know, but he he did eat it. I just had to like stand there and help him finish it up. Okay, so the sound on this clip was totally messed up, so I'm refilming it the next day. But something I do to entice myself to drink more water is I will put an herbal tea packet. This one has hibiscus, strawberry, and lemongrass in it, and it's like kind of sweet, kind of sour, just like has a nice pop to it. I haven't even tried the other two. I've just been so on to this one. I just love these like fruity herbal teas, and yeah, so good, 0 calories, good for you. It's just a way to make water a little bit more interesting and not add sugar or anything like that. And I will just put it in like a little sachet like this and plop it right in my water, and it will slowly flavor it throughout the day. I found a really good deal, or what I thought was a really good deal, $1.79 a pound for boneless, skinless chicken thighs, which is my favorite cut of chicken meat at Aldi. So I bought 5 packs, like the value packs of it, and I'm just gonna put them in the oven and can them. I don't wanna recommend that you do this because I don't want you guys getting sick. Like, I don't know, I've done this twice before, and I know a lot of my friends do it too. But basically, if you're curious what I'm doing, I just cut the chicken into 2-inch cubes, and then you don't put any water in because the juice from the chicken, like, it makes its own juice. And I just put a 3/4 teaspoon of salt on top. And I'm using wide mouth quart jars here. I figured out the price is about $3.50, $3.75 a jar. And I like to use canned chicken for, well, one, I didn't want to have all my eggs in one basket and just have all my meat in the freezer. I wanted to can some of it. But then 2, I also like to have some on hand. It's really, really quick and easy for like pulled chicken sandwiches or that buffalo chicken dip. It'd be great for like chicken pot pie and stuff like that too. We're not a casserole family really, but if you were, this would be a great option to just keep on hand. I know there's other ways to can chicken and stuff too, but basically I'm just gonna put these in the oven at 250 for 5 hours. And then I'll let them sit there and cool overnight before I actually move them or anything. And we will have canned chicken for this winter, so I'm excited. Yeah, I like to watch for chicken sales because that's one thing we don't get in bulk. We get our beef in bulk from my parents, and then it's in the chest freezer. But our chicken, we just have to buy it when we see it on sale, and so I like to watch for sales and then buy in bulk and freeze or can when I get a good deal. So these are going in the oven, and 5 hours later, I'll catch up with you on those. Okay, so it is 11:35 and I think we're gonna go on a walk, but I thought we'd do a snack first. Often we do our walks after lunch, but I think we're gonna go now. I'm feeling it. It's a good time to go. I have my chicken in the oven, and I made granola bars over the weekend, homemade ones, and I shared a different recipe before on my channel of granola bars. But this one I'm really in love with. It has coconut oil in it, and my mom makes it all the time, and I'm just like craving them. So I made a bunch of them. You just mix the dry ingredients together, and then coconut oil and chocolate. And you can do it on the stovetop. I did it in the microwave. You add peanut butter, and I will put my recipe, a link to my recipe down below. What I did, I like to add in chocolate chips, coconut flakes, and craisins. But you can do whatever you want, really. This is a super adaptable recipe, whatever your kids like. You could do peanuts or raisins or whatever, really. But they're really great to make ahead and then just store in the fridge. You can wrap them up individually. I don't know, they're really, really good, and my kids love them. And I know like this would be a great option once I'm like nursing and stuff, if I need to, like oatmeal's obviously good for your milk supply, but you could also boost it with like putting brewer's yeast right into this or whatever you want to do. Yeah, granola bars are super duper adaptable, so I definitely recommend that you find a recipe you like and kind of stick with it. This one I sweetened with honey. You can do maple syrup too. That's also included in the recipe. It depends what you like. But yeah, I'm gonna have the kids sit out on the front porch to eat these, and then I think we're gonna go on a walk. Here you go. Take one granola bar, and I'll get you a little napkin to take out with you. I'm on my second cup of water, but I've had such a busy morning. I don't really feel like I felt the baby kicking much, which is normal, I guess, towards the end. They don't kick as much, but anyway, I just thought before we go on our walk, I'm gonna drink a bunch of ice water and just see if I can get him to move around a little bit. This baby has been super duper active, like all the time, like, and really strong, like pushing so much like that it hurts. Like pushing around. It's not necessarily kicks and stuff anymore. It's more like rolling and turning and stretching. Hi, Bonnie. am setting lunch out after our walk. We are very hungry. I get to cheat today for lunch, which I often do. Same with breakfast. We often eat our lunches the same thing all week long. And on Saturday, I made a taco bar, a chicken taco bar. So we have leftovers from that. So I'm just gonna whip together a couple little chicken tacos for the kids and for myself, and that will be lunch. And there's so many different ways you can make a taco bar, but I found a really good chicken recipe that has like lime juice in and stuff to make it taste a little bit more like Mexican flavored. I left out the cilantro and then I just have it like diced up. Cheese, but I added feta instead, plus cheddar cheese, and it was so good. And then you can't have anything Mexican without some lime to like squeeze over everything. It makes it so good. But yeah, I just love to prepare everything on a tray and I can pull it out of the fridge. We're good to go. And yeah, it's just a super easy, fast meal that we can eat like a couple days in a row. If you guys are like, you get sick of the same thing too often, just switch up the protein, you know, make it with beef instead, or add rice, or yeah, different kinds of cheese, whatever. I don't know, I find it super duper simple and easy, and yeah, now here's my lunch for probably the next 2 days yet, and I made this on Saturday, so perfect. I don't have a spritzer, but we could have raspberry lemonade.
Okay. Yeah! Wow, good. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I want the full one.
Making them fair. And I just got done telling you guys we don't do sugary drinks, but Evonnie asked so nicely if she could have some lemonade. So I watered down some lemonade for him for lunch. Just being real here. This is not normal, but you gotta live a little sometimes, right? Okay, so the kids have been down for their naps for a little while now, actually. I've been answering DMs and looking over emails, and I'm about to start editing on a video, but I made myself a little afternoon pick-me-up, a little coffee. So I kind of made a mock Mexican mocha type of drink. I first started with ice and then a drizzle of chocolate sauce. And then I had made cold brew last night, so that stuff will last all week. If you want to know my ratios and measurements and timing and stuff, I'll put that all down below. But I poured that over ice and then a splash of heavy whipping cream, some milk, and then some maple syrup just to sweeten it up a little bit more. And then I sprinkled a little bit of cinnamon on top. So if you really wanted that true Mexican mocha flavor, you could also add nutmeg and a tiny dash of chili powder. I tried it, it's just too spicy for me. The cinnamon is good enough, but cinnamon and chocolate is a winning combo, so try it out if you have not. I'm always like on the hunt for seasonal coffee drinks. And I feel like a Mexican mocha kind of blends fall into winter with the chocolate and the cinnamon, so it's really good. Caffeine does not affect me, and you have to watch your caffeine when you're pregnant, like not drinking too much or anything, but my coffees are clearly like pretty much desserts, so I savor them and I only do them like 3 times a week or so. But caffeine does not affect me. In fact, I didn't actually drink coffee of any kind until I was probably 22, 23. And then I started with like McDonald's fraps, which are like 90% sugar and like no coffee in them at all, I don't think. And I'm working my way up or down, depending how you look at it. I try to make it a little bit more bitter, like every time I make it. I try to do as little sweetener as possible. And I'm doing maple syrup right now, which feels healthier for some reason. I mean, it's not processed sugar, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of been my coffee journey for the last little bit. And I was a school teacher, believe it or not. And everybody's like, oh, when you teach school, you'll have to learn to have caffeine. But I just couldn't really learn to like coffee, and caffeine doesn't really ever affect me either negatively or positively. So hopefully when this next baby comes, it's that way too, that it doesn't affect the baby. It hasn't affected my other 2 kids, but I guess you never know. I will have to link these glass straws down below too. They just make everything a little bit more special feeling, and they're pretty, and you can see when they're clean, which is a bonus. Anyway, so I'm gonna go enjoy this. I often will have a little snack, you know, when the kids are down for their naps, especially if I was busy that day and didn't have time to really sit down and eat a super proper lunch. You know, I might grab some Cheez-Its later or something if I'm feeling peckish, but for the most part, I look forward to my coffee days, and once in a while I do eat lunch after the kids are down for their naps, depending what it is, just so I can enjoy a little bit of peace and quiet to myself. It's a princess. Oh my goodness, you love that book.
Dancer.
Yeah, I see. Look here, Evonnie. Can I see your crazy bedtime hair? Okay, the kids are up for their naps. Evonnie has bedhead. You look like mama in the morning, don't you? Oh, and they're looking at books. Tomorrow we have an Usborne book party we're gonna go to. They love Usborne books. And I need to get started on supper.
What is a cow? A cow. That's not a cow.
It's a llama. Oh no, it's an alpaca? I don't know what it is. And here's the chicken. After 5 hours, I just turned the oven off and it's just sitting in here cooling. You can see they're still kind of bubbling a little bit. And I'm just gonna leave them in here all night long. And then in the morning when they're cool, oh, did you hear that? They're sealing. In the morning, I will put them away once they're completely cold. Okay, so it is time to get supper together. I have the burgers here. Josh is firing up the Traeger, so he's gonna grill those. If you hear the leaf blower, he's out there blowing leaves. And as always, I'm making enough for 2 meals. Anyway, these are not just any old burgers. They are like mock Shake Shack burgers. We've been eating them nonstop lately, so I thought I would share this recipe with you guys. You could probably do it with chicken too, but it is amazing as a burger. So it's just beef patties out of the freezer. And then I love Pepperidge Farm bread. So we have the buns, the lettuce, bacon, cheese, and then you put on roasted red bell peppers. I'll dice them up finely and put them under the cheese, and the cheese will like melt all over them. And then I'm gonna make mock Shake Shack sauce, which you will see here in just a second. It just takes a bunch of condiments together. If you have real pickles, I highly recommend using real pickles instead. I'm just gonna take the shortcut tonight and do the relish, but real pickles I feel like actually make it pop a little bit better. And then I have some dishes to take care of in the sink, and I have our air fryer, our new air fryer, heated up. We're gonna be making French fries tonight too. And yeah, we're having a lot of fun with this thing, trying out different recipes and different techniques and stuff. So burgers and fries, that's what we're having tonight. Okay, the burgers should be done in about 10 minutes. I like to get the toppings ready ahead of time. I put the sauce on the buns. We have everything ready to go. We just gotta put the hot patties on with the cheese and everything. It's gonna be so good. And then over here, I'm just going to pop in our French fries, and we should get started on those.
not even cold outside. Well, we don't want 3 of these burgers, correct? So I should pull 3 of these out.
Well, tomorrow night, yeah, for leftovers.
Okay, well, get me a bowl.
Best meals are the meals your husband makes for you. So there's the cheese melting on the bacon onto the patties, and they're just gonna sit there and melt while the fries finish up. Okay, so here is our supper. Yum, yum.
Dear God, thank you, Lord, for this food. Thank you, Lord, for safety. Today, Lord, for Dad is and the men down in Haiti. God bless them with safety tomorrow as they try to get out. Just please protect them. Thank you, Lord, for this food. Thank you, Lord, for providing for us each and every day. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, have you ever seen such a delicious burger? Try it, I'm telling you, they're so good. We've had them, what, like 3 times since we came back from our baby moon? Anyway, oh, I never eat the bottom bun. It tastes too much like too much bread and not enough food. How is it? Mm-hmm. Amazing. Do you like Shake Shack burgers? Mm-hmm. Fletcher, how's your supper?
Better.
You eat better tonight? Is it yummy?
Turn it up. I'm feeling the picture, Mom.
Oh, there you are. So we don't always have a bedtime snack, but it is like 7:30. Josh has been working on listing stuff for our website on meganfoxunlocked.com. The kids are downstairs in the basement playing. I've been working on a thumbnail and just some housework and stuff. And Josh is like, oh, he can eat some apple goodie. So I have leftover apple goodie. If you want the recipe, which you do, you want the recipe, I will link it down below. It is amazing. It's like apple crisp, I think is a thing. Is apple goodie a thing? Or is that like a Mennonite thing? I don't know, but we eat it warm with ice cream on the side, and it's so delicious. Perfect fall dessert. Enjoyed a full day of eating and that you also try out some of these recipes. We don't always eat this much bread. I've noticed that like with the meals we had today, there was a lot of bread. We actually don't usually have a lot of bread, but some other go-to meals that we really love is any grilled meat alongside a salad. We have a lot of chicken nuggets and mixed vegetables for lunches and a lot of eggs or pancakes for breakfast a lot of the time. This is just one day. And yeah, it kind of gives you a little bit of a glimpse into what we've been eating lately in this fall season. And also check out Ritual if you're looking for a good multivitamin to help supplement what you're already getting through your food that you're eating. But yeah, other than that, I will see you all in the next video with or without the bump. We shall see. I'm excited. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.